Welcome to Entrevistas Series episode number 4. And today is a really special episode because it is the first episode where we have a new segment, Classroom Conversations, brought to you by Outreach Oasis, a club that I am the official advertising partner of. Now, without further ado, let me introduce to you my guest. He is a remarkable man, a well-spoken individual and good-looking too. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the principal of JBCN International School, Parel, Mr. Davi Netto. Thank you for being part of this episode. It means really a lot to us.
Wow, hi, and thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
So let's start about your career in football. Your early days and your career in football. So how did that go?
So I would say it was a successful career. I played football for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
And those 10 years came with successes, came with losses as well. So I had my share of first places and not winning first places, so trophies and not trophies. It helped me a lot to learn how to deal with my emotions.
Okay.
Sometimes things wouldn't go as planned, and that's the time that the team would regroup and reflect and work hard on next practice to try to win the next match. So a lot of learning, and I'm very happy with all of the lessons that I learned between those 4 lines and how I could transfer them to life and to what I'm doing today.
So from football to education, that is a huge jump. So could you tell me about why and how? Those 2 important factors in changing your career completely.
That's an excellent question, and you're right. Unfortunately, not all athletes study as well.
Correct.
Right, and actually, it came a time that I had to make a decision.
Okay.
Do I try to become a professional player, or do I go to university?
Right.
And the decision was, let's go to university.
Okay.
But then luckily I had parents who allowed me to actually choose a profession that also had to do with sports.
Yeah.
So my background is, I'm a physical education teacher. That's how I started.
Okay.
So I actually, after playing football for 10 years, I was a middle school and high school football coach for 25 years.
Oh.
So that's how the transfer went. I became a physical education teacher and then a football coach as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Davi, we actually have a very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the official founder of Outreach Oasis, the evergreen Navyaa Patel. Navyaa, what is your inspiration to creating Outreach Oasis, given the special work that you guys do?
So I feel that everyone in JBCN is very privileged to be educated in this school and also live the life which they are living. And if we contribute a little also to the society, it's going to add up to our personality, because being kind is very cool, I believe. So the only reason and the purpose which I had in my mind to create Outreach Oasis was nothing but to just make the community kinder and better day by day.
That's actually a very inspiring thought. We'll just have a short break because Outreach Oasis just launched their new merchandise collection, Empathy Essentials, and we're going to be having a short word from our very own ambassador, Mahir Ranawat. We'll be back in just a second. Stay tuned.
everyone, my name is Mahar Nawat and I'm the official ambassador of the club. I'm proud to be in Outreach Oasis because of all the amazing stuff they've done, and this is the official Outreach Oasis merch. Index.
That's right, you saw those amazing products launched in the Empathy Essentials. Maybe you can buy one too. Anyways, getting back to our conversation with Mr. Davi Netto and Ms. Navyaa Patel right here. Navyaa, so you stated why you founded Outreach Oasis, but this is serious work and it requires a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
And you are in the 9th grade too, right? So how do you manage Outreach Oasis's work as well as your school and personal work?
It's not easy, for
Yeah,
sure. I would
obviously.
not say it's a cakewalk or something like that, but you have to make your, personal set of sacrifices. You cannot go out as much with your friends or, for lunches and dinners, because we have exams going on, because next year I will be appearing for my boards as well, and Outreach Oasis. So you have to make your sacrifices, sometimes, sacrifice your sleep as well, but I don't mind doing that if the cause is good enough to do.
Right.
Also, I think making a good sleep schedule is very important.
Yes.
And also time management. You have to, focus on your academics as well and not take that part for granted.
Davi sir, so being a principal of a school, it takes responsibility, it takes commitment, but you have to agree there is the fun side to it. There are those little perks that you enjoy. So what are those? Could you, if you don't mind, could you tell it?
100%. Actually, there are many perks that come with it.
Okay.
And one of them is actually witnessing of the work that learners like Navyaa are doing. And I don't consider that work. I actually consider it, like a benefit of being, being in that chair. Every time we see someone like Navyaa or the other learners that are working on projects that, in a way, everybody says give back to the society.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, what they're doing is they're making the world a little bit better for some people. And to me, that's a big perk, right? Another big perk is every time I get out of my office, I'm surrounded by primary years learners. They're 99.9% of the time happy and smiling, and their energy, is contagious. So every time I walk out and they're smiling and they're running and they're, fist bumping, high fiving with me, that's a big perk as well.
Yeah, and that because as secondary learners, especially for me, I mean, your popularity is unmatched in the school. There cannot be anyone more popular than you.
Thank you.
So, Navyaa, one more question for you. Actually, this is a proud announcement because Outreach Oasis and Navyaa Patel have raised 79,000 rupees. That's right, 79,000 rupees, all going for donation and charity. Navyaa, how did you manage that? Everybody wants to know. I mean, that is fantastic work you've done.
Yeah, so I have collected 79,000 rupees and I've routed it through my organization Outreach Oasis. So I used to be a part of wildlife conservation. I was associated with the world's best conservation park and zoo, Australia Zoo, which is based in Brisbane, Australia. And I was also connected with a group of lovely people called the Wildlife Blogger Crowd, which was started by a very sweet lady called Kate. And so I have a lot of friends in different parts of the world, and they are connected to me via the Wildlife Blogger Crowd. So I reached out, to them for help and for funds, and they were really kind enough to help me out. I sent them a little about Outreach Oasis, and that's what we do. We help each other whenever we're in need, and that's how I collected 79,000 rupees. And soon Outreach Oasis is planning a new project to Happy Home in School for the blind, which is near Atrium Mall, Worli. So we will be donating our funds to them, and also SRCC Children's Hospital, which is situated at Mahalakshmi.
That is some big news. You just heard the next project of Outreach Oasis. More content about that coming soon. Yeah, I hope so. But anyways, Navyaa, would you like to ask a question to Davi sir?
So, I have one pertinent question which I have also been dealing with this difficulty. how do you work with friends? What are the golden rules of working with friends in a work setup? Do you treat friendship and work differently, or do you combine them? What is your take on that?
That's a good question and a tough one. So I think at the end of the day, I'm gonna call it the leader and the person.
Yeah.
I'm the same person I am as a leader and as a friend, right? So if I wish to be respected, I also have to respect my team members, the people who work with me, and my friends, right? So at the end of the day, it's the same person, and it's the same attitudes, and it's the same behavior. Of course, like when I was younger, I didn't know that, right? So, like being a boy, sometimes you have that silly behavior that boys have. Sorry about that, right? Boys are boys, right? And it's important that we actually learn that we're the same person. It doesn't matter where we are. Like if I'm in school, or if I'm at a restaurant, or if I'm at the mall, or if I'm in a different country, right? I'm always the same person. And so I would say, always be your best version, right? At all times. That's what I would say.
So, sir, one final question. It has been an absolute pleasure to, interview you.
Same here.
Learn your insights. But, sir, see, as we come towards the end of this episode, we have to leave it with a message. So, sir, can you please tell students, aspiring teachers, sports people, anyone, some words of wisdom that Davi Sanchez Netto possesses?
Wow. I hope I have some pearl of wisdom to share with you, but I would actually go back to Navya's example.
Okay.
You asked her, how do you do this? Because you're in grade 9, you have schoolwork, you have this, you have that. At the end of the day, everything that Navya said could be translated into one word, which is focus.
Focus.
If you're focused, if you know what your goals are, and if you're focused, you're gonna reach those objectives. Like you're gonna meet those objectives. So I think focus is very important. And today, it's so easy to get distracted.
Yeah, truly.
We get our phone, social media, boom, you get into that black hole, right? So focus, time management, and as I said a couple minutes ago, like always your best version. Always your best version.
But I feel social media can also be used for the good, like you use it.
Exactly, like you use it, right?
But not only me, but I think everyone present in this room and everyone present in the school as well has seen that you're a big fitness freak.
Oh yes.
You're a foodie, you're a travel freak. And I think all those things are also really interesting for learners and to motivate them.
So remember, at the end of the day, we're all regular people. Right? So I like to work out, I like to eat, I like to travel. But as I said,
not all in one.
Not all in one, right? We balance things out, right? And we stay focused. I think that's very important. And again, we all like those things, right? And as long as we're always presenting our best version.
So, Davi sir, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and coming to featuring on this special episode. And thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Patel, for the invitation.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
This was just one out of the many Entrevistas Series episodes that's going to have a new segment, Classroom Conversations. Stay tuned for further updates and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.
Thank you.